Again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Still watching that Zimmerman trial, and I guess they broke for about 15 minutes. Wanted to make a few comments and a couple of suggestions. You know that attorney for the prosecution, the one that referred to himself as the bald guy, he needs to keep his hand out of his pocket. That's like 101. You don't approach people with your hand in your pocket. He has a habit of doing that. You know? The other thing, too, I want to mention is that if anybody ever needs a criminal attorney, you don't want to hire one that worked for the government, like these clowns. You know? You want to hire someone like what Trayvon Martin has on his side. The ones that work for the government, they're like our senators and our congressmen. You know, they just chomp at the trough. They don't do anything. They don't have to. They get a paycheck no matter what. So what you want to do is you want to find an attorney that earns his money or earns her money. You know? They don't just receive it the way these clowns do. And if you watch how they perform, you know, there's an old expression, you sort of get what you pay for. And you really don't ever want to hire one of these clowns, you know? I mean, they're complete jokes. You know, isn't it true? Isn't it true? Isn't it true? You know, isn't it true? Isn't it true? No, it's not true. You guys are bozos. And you're going to lose the case for a whole lot of reasons. Number one, you should lose the case. Number two is the only reason you went after him is because you were ordered to. Yeah, it came down from above. You know, the less than honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder? Guess who told him? Bozo! Yeah. Yeah. The prosecution desperately wants a conviction. And to try to convict him of second-degree murder is insane. There was no malice. There was no forethought. The guy's trying to defend himself. He's getting his head beat into the ground. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, so you never want to hire an attorney that worked as an attorney for any government position. They're bozos. I mean, just watch these clowns. You know, there was one time there, and you can probably see this on a replay, where the middle guy, I don't know what his name is, he's sort of got a bald spot. He's not the bald guy, but he's got a bald spot. He looked like he was going to fall asleep when they were standing at the judge's desk or the bench, and you know, the judge is looking at those computer images. You know, he looked like he was going to fall asleep. I thought he was going to slam his head into the bench. Bunch of clowns. Huh? Well, like I said, you get what you pay for, you know. And these government employees, that's what they are. They're no different than Congress. What does Congress do? They don't read any bills that they sign into law. What do? You know what they do? They scam their constituents. That's what they do. And they live like kings. They're the one percenters. Look at McCain. I mean, he's been all over the world. How many times? And you know who's paying for it? You are. And I am. Yeah, McCain, Lame Brain McCain, Songbird. You know why he's called Songbird? If you want to know, go look at some of my videos. I think I made about 28 videos on Lame Brain McCain alone. That's a significant number. You know? I'm just trying to educate the people. So hopefully they recognize that, you know, we don't need people like we've got in positions like we have them in. Jeff Flake. Jeff Flake the Flake from Snowflake, Arizona. He's another one. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, he looks up to guys like McCain, right? You know? So he wants to emulate him. And he is. You know how he's emulating McCain? He's not voting for the Republican beliefs. He's voting for the Democratic side because he wants to maybe find himself a seat at the New World Order, you know, like the rest of these clowns do. Anyway, we'll see what happens with the trial. Definitely interesting. But once again, my advice and recommendation, never hire an attorney that worked for a government agency before they went into private practice. Because, you know why? They're useless. Watch. Determine for yourself. I did.